Hi, this is Leija, and today I'm sharing a page I made with some of the latest Elle Studio products. Oh my gosh, I am so excited to share this page with you. I'm pretty sure this is my favorite page I've made this year, and that's like in the last 365 days, not just the past 5 months. I love this page so much, and it was just a fun page that I was thinking up as I was looking at this just awesome pile of goodies that Ellie had sent me to play with. So the jumping off point for the whole thing were those little acrylic glasses. They reminded me of this Pinterest project that I have pinned, and I could take that inspiration and translate it into a scrapbook page. So what I did was I sketched out the idea for this layout in my sketchbook, and that's what you saw just at the beginning there, and pretty much just plug and play from there. So what you see me doing here is adding some sunglasses. So the basis, so what I did with my photos is that I printed them in black and white, and I cut them into circles. And then I also pulled paper from the Little Moments collection and also the Thankful line and cut those in a couple different size circles as well. And then I adhered them, or I matted them behind my photos. And, they're pretty wonky. I think it adds to the fun aspect of this page. And then I decided to turn those little glasses into sunglasses. And so I did this using vellum in my printer. So basically I just printed a couple of blocks of black and gray because I wasn't sure what shade of sunglasses would work better. And it ended up that the gray did. So you saw me just tracing around and adding them to the back of the glasses. So a big part of this page is the title, and 3 is a big, the biggest component of that title. So I wanted it to be special, and what I ended up doing was I die cut the number 3 from a scratch piece of cardstock, and you saw me trace around it and add some holes with a paper piercer because I decided I wanted to stitch it. And I stitched it in a similar vein to like string art or something, maybe Paige Evans might do. And so what I did is I just started with a single color and without kind of any rhyme or reason or anything, I started stitching across the letter. I'm connecting it from one end to the other, and without a plan, like I just said, just to add some color to it. And you see that I smudged my page and was really annoyed by that. Wash your hands in between dealing with any and all ink. I guess the vellum that I had used earlier wasn't completely dry, so I got a little smudgy, but oh well. It'll be fine. And so I ended up stitching using a couple different colors of thread, and just finding open holes that hadn't been used, and just stitching across. So I used a teal, I used a light pink, and then this kind of darker magenta. And I like stitching with crochet thread. Oh, here's me using gray. I like that it's a bit thicker, and unlike DMC floss, it doesn't separate. So what I ended up doing in the end was stitching around the outside of the letter 3, and then in white thread. And then I decided I didn't really like how that looked. I didn't think that it popped enough. And so here I am cutting up the white thread and pulling it out using my tweezers. It took me about 45 minutes to stitch this and probably another 10 to undo the stitching. And so here you see me yanking it up. But that's okay. I ended up liking what I did in the end better. I also wasn't really a fan of the teal that I had used. I thought it was a little too green for this page, and it was just something that my eye kept going to whenever I kind of staged the layout. And so I decided that I was going to yank it up as well. So using my precision scissors there, you see me just cutting only the teal thread, and I'm going to restitch in a different teal, and it was a teal that I made using white crochet thread, and a Tim Holtz Distress Stain. And I think that color is Peacock Feather, and it just went so much better with my page. And so since I had left a bunch of holes, I basically just tried to find holes that hadn't been used. And that's what I ended up doing to finish the 3. Well, actually what I ended up doing to finish the 3 is outline it in black thread. And I love how that looks so much better than the white. I think I love the contrast because there's a lot of contrast in this page. I actually play a lot with contrast. And so I just started again, plugging and playing based off of what I had sketched out originally. And the sketch was, 3 circular photos, kind of a third of the way down the page, and then adding strips of pattern paper to the top and to the bottom. And so I used paper from the Thankful collection and also the Little Moments collection. And that Notes is a die cut from the May Elle Studio kit. And what I did before I adhered these down was I added some black ink just to the edges. I like that contrast that it adds. Contrast is a big thing that I use in my scrapbooking. And so I'm adhering them down, and then I'm also, you saw me earlier, and you'll see me do here in just a second, kind of roughing up the edges just to give it a little bit more texture. So the other big part to this page was the title, and so I stitched the 3, but I also knew that I wanted to do some stamping because I received those awesome alphabet stamps from Elle. They are the Marie alphabet stamp, and I decided to, and you'll see why here in a second, but I decided to stamp those using Versamark ink and white embossing powder. And I really I love heat embossing. I don't do it often enough, but I just love the texture that it adds. And, like I said, it wasn't in the original plan, but it ended up working out so much better than what I thought. It ended up being so much better than the sketch that I had in my head. So you see me there, I'm heat embossing it with a heat embossing gun, and that one in the middle there says Musketeers. So I also added some stamping above and below the Musketeers using this other amazing alphabet stamp from Elle Studio. It's the Jonah alphabet stamp, and seriously, it is like the #1 staple stamp set alphabet that I will probably ever use. I love this font. It's just so simple and easy. It's a great size, and I used it twice on this page. I stamped Amigos in black, and momentarily you'll see me stamping Best Friends in pink. I love stamping. I could stamp on every single page. You should see the amount of stamps that I have. Stamping is awesome, and I try to incorporate it on just about every page, and I was happy that I got to add some alphas here to this page. And since I am such a big crazy color person, I didn't have a teal ink that I liked, and so I went back to that Distress Stain, and that's why I amended the plan a little bit to heat emboss in white. And then I went over it with the little roller that is that Distress Stain, and I love this so much better than the original thought that I had. And so it acts as a resist. There's still that white, and I'm mopping up some of the excess ink that ended up on the white. But unfortunately, I used a dirty paper towel, and so it's kind of smudgy. I can easily fix that if ever I choose, because those are clear stamps, and it's really easy then to stamp over them again. But that's for a different day. I'm happy with it for now. So I adhered my my photos using my ATG gun because it's super reinforcing. Like once those things are down, they're down. And it's because these are a little bit heavier, right? So there's 2 layers of pattern paper, there's a photo, and then there's also that acrylic piece. And I just want to make sure that when I put those in my album, that they're not going anywhere. And so the finishing touches for me were a couple of die cuts that I pulled from the May kit. And I played around trying to figure out the best placement for that little die cut. And then I decided it should go there, but it wasn't until after I adhered it that I realized, yeah, that was part of the original sketch, and if I just referred back to that sketch, I would have saved myself just a little bit of time, but no big deal. And I had included that little speech bubble there, and then I took it off, and then I added it again, and I'm still not sure if the page needs it or wants it. So if you could comment below and tell me if you think I should add it back in, I would love that because I still don't know. But guys, seriously, I was so excited to make this page and to make this video to share this page with you because it's one of my favorites. Like I said, I think I'm actually going to end up framing it and putting it on a wall. It's just so much fun and so, so much our life right now. I love it. So if you want more information about this page or any of the products that I made, head to jamieleija.com. Thank you.